Did he say he heard those men say that they were gonna F you?
No, he never told me
I,
that.
I never did. I knew because what if you remember the way
He
that
told me
Nisha was saying.
he told me he heard about it through Duffy.
Okay, thank you, because what I heard say, and see, that's something that Siobhan.
But he told Nitra the same thing he told me. So I don't know how Nitra took
Said
it that
that
he
she heard
said
it.
it. That,
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's what Siobhan was saying too. But see, when you're being dogpiled, you get overwhelmed and you don't have a space to really speak. So I'm glad Queen Jules is allowing you to speak because she's giving a space where your voice can be heard. In that courtroom,
Okay, so
your voice wasn't being heard.
what did Siobhan say? Did she say that he said it?
Yes, that's what Siobhan said. Siobhan came up there and said, well, let's be clear, LT, that guy came to all of us and he said he didn't know the guys, but he did hear when the man said that they were gonna F you. But that's not critical.
But okay, let me say this in his defense. If he did hear it, he probably was standing over the where Duffy was standing to hear it. So, but to say that was his motivation to come up on the dance floor and dance with me, because from what I gather, this was said before he even came up on the dance floor to dance with me. So I don't know. I can't. I'm gonna say it like this. He told me that Duffy told him that that's what the guy said.
Okay.
So
And
that's
not
all,
that he
I'm going
heard
by. Right, I'm going by what he told me. Now, what he told Nitra, he did let Nitra know that he heard it, right? But he didn't tell me that he heard it.
Okay,
He told
so
me that he said that Duffy told him, Duffy confronted him when he saw him, and they got to talking, and he said, yeah, man, he said she one of my family, and that's why the guy thought that I was really related to Duffy, and I had to explain to him that we was a part of a group, and the group is called FOE.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's kind of different. That's kind of different, though. Little touch. You said he was standing by Duffy, and he heard it. See, that's the truth that you got to clear up. You have to ask him, did you hear this, or did you only hear it for Duffy? Because those are two different.
Well, I asked him specifically. I said, did you? No. At first, I thought I was on him about that because I didn't want to talk to him, So when I ran into him on Sunday afternoon, after I had gotten out of the jacuzzi and I was trying to, go back to the room, change clothes so I can come get something to eat, he was in line to go get him something to eat. And that's how we met up. And I told him then that lose my number, I don't want nothing to do with you. You was a part of that plot to do XYZ to me, do harm to me. And I'm not cool with that. I'm not that type of woman. And that's when he went on to tell me that he ran into Duffy, and Duffy was telling him what was going down and what the plot was about and whatever. So I can't sit here and say yay or nay. Did he hear it or not? But he didn't tell me that he heard that.
But
he
you were
didn't tell me that.
But the point that Siobhan was making was that you were standing there when he went to Nitra, and he told Nitra that he heard it. That's what Nitra said, and that's what Siobhan said that he told.
But he also told Nitra, and that's why I believe they wasn't really listening attentively, because he told Nitra that he met Duffy, and Duffy told him what the plot was about.
Okay.
So
he didn't
I
really
think
hear it, but Duffy
he heard it. He heard it from Duffy.
He heard it from Duffy, right? Okay.
Right,
so see, hearing it doesn't mean that I heard when the guy said it. He said I heard it as if I heard of it. Clarifying that I heard it from Duffy, not necessarily. See, that's the difference.
Okay, so wait, y'all. Wait. I had an epiphany. This is interesting. So Duffy, prior to this trip, had an issue with your fruit roll-up.
Hated her.
And now he's talking about somebody want to F you.
Exactly.
Something is going on here, y'all. Ooh.
Right. But let me say, I never had a problem with Duffy and Glam. And I don't want us to have a problem because I always liked Duffy and Glam. But I'm going to get down because what Miss Little Touch is going through, it really triggers me. It really triggers me to see this 60-something-year-old woman have to go through any of this.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Drop. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, the fruit roll up was an issue. And now this rumor from Duffy that men want to F her. Ooh, this is major. Drop. You gotta drop out of here. What is going on? That's major.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel
That's
about it,
deep.
and I meant it. I said it on my platform.
Something ain't right.
I ran into the guy that walked up to me on that Friday night. I ran into him Saturday. He was waiting for his excursion shuttle too to go for his tour of the Bahamas. And I ran into him. He was with his family. And I walked up to him and I said, on last night, what happened? I said, I didn't like that. That was really ugly. How in the hell you and 3 other guys plotting to take advantage of me? And I told him. And he said, ma'am, he said, respectfully, what the fuck? I don't do stuff like that. He said, I heard about it on TikTok as being discussed. He said, but I was not trying to do anything to you. I don't know you. I don't know you. And he said, I wouldn't do nothing like that.
You gotta be careful.
He said, I'm here.
Somebody in this lawsuit.
He said, I'm with my family. I'm enjoying the cruise. I'm not trying to fuck with nobody. He said, remember me and you were talking about Ohio. I said, yes, we were. And he said, and I asked him to go talk to Nitra to clear it up. And he told me, I'm staying out of that bullshit, that drama. I'm staying out of that.
Okay, let's get back, because Touch, I know you busy, because you done dropped out and you almost gave us a heart attack, honey, because we were getting to the meat of it. So Nitra pulled you away off the dance floor. So you all was going back to your room. Where was she taking you?
Who?
Nitra. She pulled you off the dance floor. Remember, we back to the dance floor. I mean, she pulled you not off the dance floor. She pulled you away from the guys. Where was you all going next?
I ended up hanging out with Coco and Quay and them. Yeah.
And Nitra went somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so stop right there. Did you all discuss these men, Coco and Quay? Did y'all discuss what had transpired?
No, we were done with that. We was on another conversation.
Okay. And so
actually, Quay and Coco are like my little goddaughter. You know what I'm saying? I look at them like that. And they saw how I was looking and how confused I was looking. And they didn't want to keep talking about that. So they were trying to lift my spirit. We were laughing and everything up on the top of the cruise ship balcony.
Okay. Yeah. So
no, I didn't. Okay. Top Shelf. I went live on the dance floor, but then my phone unalive itself. Top Shelf son walked me to my room, and I told him, just stop right here at the elevator. Make sure you just see me in. You know.
I'm getting LASIK because I can't see those words. I'm getting LASIK surgery. I just can't take it. I'm tired of wearing glasses. Okay. All right. So you was hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
So at the end of the night, leading up to you going back to the room, no one else discussed this story about men wanting to F you at all.
Nitra did. She was still streaming.
Time out. So you was on the dance floor. That was the only time you streamed. You was dancing with a dude. And your phone died.
My phone didn't catch me dancing fully. It didn't catch all of it. It caught him coming up, but that's about it. It cut off.
So your phone was dead the whole night?
No, not the whole night, but majority. I mean, I danced with him a while.
After you danced with him, your phone died. Did you charge it back up?
No, I didn't have no way to charge it.
Okay. So
I had to wait till I
Nitra
get in my
pulled you.
room.
Hold on. Nitra pulled you away from the guys.
Mm.
You went with Quay and them, had a good time. Y'all hung out. Y'all was vibing, doing whatever y'all was doing. And then Nitra went live.
Yeah, they were really trying to keep me from crying because I was shaken. I was shaken by the event. Yeah.
But you weren't shaking at the men being a threat. You was more shaking as really this is some bullshit. It sounded like to me, Miss Touch.
I was shaken by the thought of these men plotting to do what they wanted to do to me.
Oh, you believe them?
Yeah, plotting to do that. Yeah.
You still believe it to this day?
No, not now. I don't.
Oh, okay, got you. But at the time, you believed it.
Yeah, I believed it.
And so while you was hanging out with Quay, Nitra was live.
Yeah, she never stopped dreaming. She was still doing her
Oh,
live.
she was streaming the whole time.
Yeah.
I saw bits and pieces, but I didn't stay. It wasn't nothing going on. I didn't see anything that I would sit around. I mean, cruise. When I go on vacation, I don't have time.
If she stopped dreaming, it was momentarily. It wasn't long. She got back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you talk to her again that night at all?
That's where I was upset with her. That's why I was mad at her at first, because if I'm in a dire need and you got to address something and come and pull me away, why do you still have your camera still rolling?
Okay. So, after the night was over, you went back to the room?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Was T Money in the room when you went back to the room?
No, she came later.
Okay. So who walked you back to the room?
Top Chef's son.
Top Chef's son.
But he didn't walk me all the way to the door. He stood at the elevator and waited for me to get into the room.
Now now the question I have, who stayed in the rooms around you? Like who was in your the rooms in front of you, beside you? Because it seems like to me people knew
for me,
exactly what you were doing every second.
Yeah. Across from me with Tracy, a couple of doors down, Glam, the door next to me on my, where would that be? If you stand in a certain way, it'd be the right, or if you stand in the other way, it'd be the left.
Right.
Nitra.
So Amanda, Nitra was on your floor.
Amanda, I think with the next door, I think her room was next to mine, but I'm not for sure. And it was like that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you did have a lot of FOE. Y'all was like on that floor together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. The ninth floor was primarily FOE.
Oh, you was on the ninth floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So when you were going back to your room, were you talking to yourself, yelling, screaming? Were you crying, mad, or was you? How was you feeling as you was headed back to your room?
I just went and sat on the balcony and tried to digest what was happening, and then I called a friend and I was venting. You know, I was talking about it, but then I got sleepy, and I went to sleep.
And you went to sleep. Okay. So that was it. That wrapped up Friday night. That was Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Friday night is over, y'all. Okay. So T Money came sometime that night, late that night.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that late. It was, I think by the, I was almost in the snooze zone when she walked in.
And was Duffy on your floor as well? Duffy and Glam?
Yeah, I said that, remember?
Yeah, you did. Like, how far away from your room? Like, were they on the same side, the opposite side, 3 or 4 doors down?
He was on the same side as Tracy across from me. Uh-huh. 2 doors down.
Okay, so they was very close.
And let me say that when I didn't even realize where their rooms were until they would come out, or we would simultaneously come out at the same time or something. So I didn't know where nobody's room was. Including
Thank you
Nitra.
for joining the team, Keish.
Including Nitra's. I didn't even know her room was right beside mine.
Okay, so you didn't know at that time, but you found out later.
Right. Initially, when they were talking about removing me from the group for the cruise, that's when I found out my room was next to hers. But when I came back to the group, up under the group for the cruise, I didn't know for sure if I had the same room or not. But I guess I ended up having the same room, just under a different booking number.
Okay. So let's rewind, because you know how sometimes you can forget, and I know telling the story because I do it, a lot of us do it. At any point, did you knock on anybody's door Friday night?
Yes, I did.
See
I
how-
was trying to get
okay.
in.
So
I knocked on Tracy's door to ask her something pertaining to the carnival. I had a question about that, and then I knocked on Glam's door because I wanted to talk to her about something that was told to me about Duffy.
okay, so this is late at
But I
night,
do,
though, right?
but I do not want to bring that to the floor.
Okay, that's
I don't.
fine. But that was
I'll
late
talk
at
to-
night. So do you
yes.
think it was appropriate to have? I just want to know, because it's a trip, y'all hanging out. I know you were treated some type of way. You know, maybe you have mixed feelings, but is it the time to bring out all of this on a trip? The base, you know, as just a topic. Was it a fitting time?
Well, when I knocked on Glam's door, it was in the afternoon. It wasn't late night.
Oh, I'm talking about
afternoon.
Friday. Okay. So on Friday, earlier, prior to
And I believe that was on a Saturday. That was Saturday afternoon. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So it wasn't. Oh, it wasn't.
But
on
Queen,
Friday.
you wearing me out. You wearing me out.
No.
girl.
Well, no. I don't see how you. If the truth is straightforward,
I
don't
know,
know.
but it's
I'm not
taking a
trying
long
to-
time.
I find it very interesting. You say I'm wearing you out when I'm not even dragging topics, but people was dragging you all over the place, and you're not being worn out by them. This touch. Now that's very.
I was very worn out.
But
I
you
was
never
stressed
said
out.
it.
I was
'Cause I'm
stressed out
giving
to the
you
point my
respect.
eyes and everything swole up. No, I know you are. You're being very respectful, but I've been on here with you since 9 something.
Okay, so Saturday, because I'm trying to help you. You don't want to be helped, because
I
I'm
don't.
trying for you to get your story out. We can end it. You don't have to stand up here. You don't have to stay up here. We can end it. If
I
you
just
feel
want-
that way, you can.
I
can
just
go.
want you to. Can we move a little faster? That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Respectfully.
So Saturday, so it's morning time and it's time for excursions. What happened? What was the plans for Saturday?
It was a bit confusing. I know that Al Kelly was trying to get everybody at one point to a location, and I ate a little something, but I was more excited about the excursion. So I had my bathing suit on. I was ready.
No, I'm not, Miss Juicy. Now, no, I'm not. Okay, so you guys were. So what was the plans for Saturday? That's what I'm asking you. What was the plans for Saturday?
Well, we made it to the Bahamas, and
Okay, so you charged your phone. Had you seen Miss Nitra at this point?
yeah, she showed up.
Okay, did y'all talk about the men?
No, we didn't talk about any of that.
Okay.
She complimented me on my outfit, and I complimented her, and that's the extent of it.
Oh, she ain't making me look bad. She can't nobody on here make me look bad. Clock in. Okay. Okay, so y'all went on excursion, y'all was hanging out, having a good time. Saturday. See, I don't know what happened after this because the whole story was about you. So at what point did you do the yelling in the hallway? Let's get to that. The yelling in the hallway. Somebody said you was yelling in the hallway. Security came. Okay, so was this the day that allegedly T Money was going to clock you upside the head with an ice bucket?
Oh. Um,
Was Saturday night the
that was Sunday night.
so Saturday was smooth sailing. Y'all hung out and y'all was good.
I had 2 episodes. One, I was trying to talk to Glam, and then they didn't answer the door, and I was really upset because I was just upset. I don't want to. Can we bypass that question, please?
Okay, so Saturday was cool.
Yeah.
Not like they was like light events. Nothing really crazy happened. On
Saturday did. Somebody walked up to me and was telling me some stuff that was supposedly been said by Duffy. And
Duffy
I was
again?
very upset about it because it was pertaining to the event from Friday night.
Duffy
And
name again.
I just couldn't believe half of what I heard, and I didn't know what to do with that. So
Okay.
I was really angry. I was upset. Yeah.
Okay. So
I had 2 outbursts. I was really upset, and Amanda opened up the door and she was like, "What's wrong, Touch? What's going on, little Touch?" And I just really got hysterically hollering, because I couldn't believe that this man would think so ill of me.
girl, I don't know if he thinking ill of you at this point. So let's talk about okay, so I heard that there was a scuffle where you got hit. Was that on Saturday?
That was Sunday.
Okay, so let's move past it. So Saturday was kind of lightweight. There was some words, but nothing too much. You had, if you don't stop yawning on my thing, Little Touch, y'all want to come up here? I think you want people to come up here and fight with you.
No, I don't want nobody to fight with me, but they can keep me
so
away.
you don't like peace.
They can keep me away.
Listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you one thing I learned about people, and that's why I am the way I am. I believe what I believe when I see it. She don't want peace. She don't want organization. She don't want something professional. She don't want dignity. She wants the drama. That's what your yawning is telling me. You don't want to be seen in a good light.
No, I am good. Look.
How are you bored when I'm on your side? That's strange, Miss Touch.
I'm right here, honey.
She yawning on in my ears.
I'm sorry, Queen. I'm sorry. I you can't control natural process. I can't control the yawn. I'm trying though, but I can't. Maybe
y'all give. Oh, that's what she said. Can y'all give Touch? Cause she like come on, y'all. Y'all know how it go. Oh, now Miss Touch, you know you gotta wipe your mouth. Gotta wipe your mouth. Can y'all give Miss Touch, please? Y'all give Miss Touch, y'all. Give Miss Touch.
Look, Queen.
Wait a minute, let me give you Miss Touch.
Let me tell you something. Queen.
Yes, honey.
Girl, I'm trying.
We good. Okay, so let's get to it. Sunday. Boom. Sunday morning. What happened?
Sunday,
All right. So what happened first? Okay, so you had, because let's get to it since y'all want to get to the nitty gritty. Okay, so let me tell you what I know. There was a altercation. All of that on Sunday?
Sunday night.
Okay. So what came first? The fight with you and Glam?
Sunday we went to the pool all of us went to the pool and had fun at the pool, and then I went to the jacuzzi, and and then I went back to my room, and then I met up with the guy because I told him we were supposed to have a little mini date, and I was supposed to meet him at the club, and so I met up with him, but the club was it wasn't it. And so I got him, and we walked out to the to where Nitra and I was at, and talked to Nitra, and then I had to go back upstairs to pack my bags and all of that. But before meeting up with him, the ladies of the FOE had a girls' night out. We're supposed to have pajamas on and just talk and just open up about things and what we enjoyed and what we liked about the cruise and about being a part of FOE.
Okay, so I do know that even though on Saturday you said there was a little light work as far as the confusion, but the stuff that was going on TikTok, it was not. It was a lit weekend talking about your situation all weekend. But I did overhear that you went live. At some point, did you go live on Sunday?
Sunday, no.
Oh, so everybody was going live about your story, but you.
Right.
Okay. So what? At what point did you have this altercation with Glam? Like you said, something about somebody walked up. You got hit with a cup. I don't know.
I walked up to where everybody was sitting, and I really didn't see or know that was Glam. I just walked up, and she heard my voice, and she jumped up and told me to get the fuck away from her. And I was like, Glam, I'm over here. I'm trying to hear what Callie was saying. And because I wasn't moving away, she took the cup and jammed me. Yeah.
Okay, who was there with Touch?
Princess hurry up and try to move us apart from each other. And then Miss Maria and Deke Top Street, both of them came over and tried to calm me down and move me on the other side of the couch, on the outside of the couch, because the inner side of the couch, everybody was occupied sitting. There was nowhere to sit.
So Nitra was not there when she hit you?
No. And I did not pull. I did not pull on Glam's hair. That is the lie that's being told by Glam.
Wait a minute, so
I did not touch her. I did not touch her.
Okay, so stop for a second. This is a woman, and y'all listen to this. This is just observation, nothing personal. I'm only talking about this story, nothing personal, but I'm gonna keep it real no matter who you are. So this is a woman that's married to the man who has an issue about the fruit roll up, who actually said he heard somebody say they wanted to F Miss Touch. Think about this. Now, this also is the woman who set the event up, the whole thing for Miss Touch, and got the roommate for Miss Touch. So I'm trying to figure out at what point did Glam feel like she wanted to beat up Miss Touch? Something ain't adding up. Is it her husband's outburst? Is she seeing that there's an attraction? I'm trying to understand. So go ahead. What happened, Miss Touch?
What? I don't have no attraction for that man.
I didn't say you had an attraction for him, Miss Touch.
Yeah, but I'm clearing it up
her anger
before anybody
is weird
say that I
when her husband is the one talking about you a lot.
Like I said, I'm clearing that up. I have no interest or attraction for Mr. Duffy.
I know, but that's not what I'm implying, Miss Touch.
Yeah, but some of these people in the
That
comment might
nobody
take
is
that
thinking that
you
right
are.
now, Miss Touch. Nobody is
I'm
thinking
just,
that.
I'm playing it up.
Okay. So what happened after she swung at you? Or pushed you with a cup or hit you with a cup, striked you?
I said they pulled me away.
And that was
Princess
it?
stood in front. Princess stood in front of me and said I was aggravating Glam, and Deke talked straight, and Miss Maria jumped up and pulled me away from her and pulled me to the other side of the where the couches were.
And so what happened after that?
I just, I tried to enjoy the
Love,
rest of
I do say it. Talk to somebody
whatever.
who don't understand attraction, baby. I know attraction, honey. Go ahead.
I said I was on the other side, and everybody was talking in the vibe. The vibe was kind of dry after that. I'm not gonna lie. It was everybody was kind of distracted. I'm just gonna keep it real. It was not the energy shifted really quick.
So did anybody chastise or discipline her? Say
Okay,
anything
love,
towards
I
her?
do. Love, I do. I'm gonna address you right now and right here and now. You said I kept trying to talk to Duffy. Duffy talked to me the very first time I met him. He talked to me about my son. Okay? He allowed me to talk with him about my son. I never had no conversation with that man in any type of seductive, any type of flirtatious way, ever. Never. I looked at him just like I look at Glam, like niece and nephew. Period. And
Have
then
y'all ever
I also
talked in the
consider
DM?
Glam
Have Duffy
Glam like a friend.
I understand that, but let me ask you this. Have Duffy ever initiated a conversation with you in a DM?
Yes, about my hearing.
What about your hearing?
He reached out to me and we talked. And he was telling me he thinks that I should let people know that I have a hearing problem.
Okay.
I never started no conversation with that man. Ever.
Okay. And what did you say? So people didn't know you had a hearing problem?
I don't know if they knew. I don't think they knew about the hearing problem, but they definitely knew that I had a speech impediment. They knew that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Glam and Duffy got something going on with touches in the middle, y'all. Anyway, let's keep on going. So after the fight, what did y'all do? After the assault, what did y'all do?
Well, I went to meet up with my friend, but I had to change my clothes because I had my pajamas on. So I had to go back up to my room to put my clothes on so I could meet my friend. And then when I met him, we went to talk to Miss Nitra. And then I had to go back up there to pack up my bag and then go back down to meet with him. That was my Sunday.
Okay. So did Nitra call you or contact you about the assault?
No. I reached out to her.
Did you tell her what happened to you?
Tell her about what?
What happened to you with you and Glam? Did you call Nitra and tell her what happened to you?
No, I never talked to her about that.
Okay. All right. So
I felt like because Nitra is so close to them, they probably already told their virgin to her already.
So it sounds like you already felt like that she wouldn't care anyway. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like she wasn't gonna listen to me anyway because they've already came to her. She couldn't believe them over what I say.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so you guys then had that altercation. You didn't contact Nitra. So when was the next time you saw Nitra after that? On Sunday. We talking about Sunday, y'all. We on Sunday.
I didn't see her until Monday.
Oh, okay. You didn't see her till Monday, but she was online. She was on live, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Did you get on
But
live at all at this point?
I didn't look at Nitra's live I really didn't.
Okay.
After Friday night, I was just really pissed off.
So was you having fun at this point on Sunday after the assault? How was you feeling?
The reason why I knew Glam was mad because Saturday night, Glam and Duffy was on Scooter Live, and that's when Duffy and Glam and I had exchanged a word, and that was the night that Glam said that I wanted her man to nut in my mouth.
This is really getting weird. So she admitted that her husband got an attraction. Sounds like.
I don't know. I don't know.
Damn. Anyway, so you guys
Sunday. Well, I thought I said Sunday afternoon we would all of us in the pool. Didn't I tell you that, Queen?
Yeah, I'm
Didn't I
trying to
say
get
that?
to the T money.
Yeah. So why are they asking? Why are they asking the same dumb question again?
Okay, so let's move forward. So let's get to the suitcase part. Okay, so let's get to you and T Money's situation. So you at what point did you go back to the room and put your suitcase on T Money's bed?
I put it on the edge of the bed. It wasn't in the middle. It wasn't near her medicine. She's lying. Cause when she came in after she did all that fussing and ranting and raving, trying to throw the bucket at me and all of that crap, and I told her I double dare you to throw it, and I got in her face and I told her, go ahead. I double dare you. That's when she called security, and when she calmed down, she reached in her purse and she got her medicine out of her purse. She is a damn fucking liar. That's what she is.
So the whole time it doesn't look like you and T Money hung out the whole time on the cruise, correct?
No.
And you didn't see her much because you didn't mention T Money.
Right.
So y'all back at the room and she has an attitude about you putting your stuff on the bed.
Blanca, you're lying. On Sunday is the day that it was not the next day. You're trying to make it sound like the next day, Friday, after the Friday incident. Sunday is when I greeted Nitra and I was kissing on her. Yes, I still have love for Nitra. I love her. But don't make it seem like it was the next day because Saturday I stayed to myself.
Okay, so get back to Sunday. So
and all I did was got ready to go to the to the captain dinner.
All right, so okay. So you and T Money. Ooh. Okay, y'all. I definitely got some stuff to say.
That is my bag. That is my bag torn up.
Where? Is it right there?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the bottom?
The flat part is where the zipper part. The zipper is pulled apart from the bag. That's how it got torn apart.
So what she do? Rip it like that?
I was trying to zip the bag up. She picked up the bag and was trying to push it, throw it to me, like that. And it busted. Yeah.
That gotta be a cheap bag then. Cause bags don't tear that easily, but okay. A rip?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful picture of you.
Thank you. But yeah, that's what she did.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get into why. Okay, let's ask. So no, I'm not. Listen, she put the bag on the bed, whether she did it purposely, whether she did it by accident. She put the bag on the bed. We like to argue about things that's not important. So she put the bag on the bed. That's all that matters. She put the bag on the bed, and so T Money didn't like it. That's all we know at this point, and that's all that matters. The bag was on the bed. Okay? All right. So I understand that, but at the end of the day, we've got past it. Even if the bag was put on purposely or not purposely, we know that. So that's the thing about y'all on Messy Talk, though. Y'all say stuff like she should have never put it on the bed. That's why she got punched in the face. Y'all say stuff like that. Like, you all use anything to.
I didn't get punched in the face.
No,
at all.
I'm not saying that, Miss Touch. I'm talking about giving an example. You all use a lot to. Ooh, another omelet.
My pleasure.
Daughters and omelets. I ain't gonna lie though. Can I have some more jalapenos?
Okay.
Girl, they could have made me one. I'm hungry over here.
Okay. So, all right. So what I'm saying is, guys, y'all are saying anything to promote y'all bad behavior. Y'all say anything. Oh, okay. Watch your
I
foot.
forgot to tell you.
To justify, right, how to treat people. Oh, she put the bag on the bed, so I broke her bag. She shouldn't have never put the bag on the bed. Are you serious? That's not right. No, she ain't green, Shari, but the point of it is, just because somebody put a bag on your bed, you don't break their bag, you don't hit them with an ice bucket, you don't beat up somebody for putting something on your bed now, y'all. Come on. Come on now, y'all. Y'all really y'all a trip on here. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so when she threw your bag, what you say, Touch? What happened when she threw your bag?
Well, you know me, I got a temper.
Okay, so y'all two tempers in the room.
I said, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You ain't paid nothing but $500 anyway. You paid on this room. Get the fuck out.
And then what happened?
He called security. She said, make me get out. You can't make me get out. My name is on the room just like yours.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Lucky, when you on a cruise in a cabin, they don't give you a suitcase holder. The room is very small. You don't get a suitcase holder. You got a couch. And you got a small table. And T Money had her stuff over there. So my stuff had to go on the floor. There was no space.
What happened though? You said, okay, so you said get the fuck out. What happened? Keep going.
I went and walked, tried to cool off. And I really was dodging the security like she called the security. And,
so you went walking.
And when I came back, she was gone and no security guard came there.
Okay. Well, where the ice bucket situation? Was this the same moment where she said she was going to hit you with the ice bucket?
Yeah. I told you she called security.
How she going to call security on you when she said she going to hit you with the ice bucket?
Exactly. My point.
Hold up. Wait. So if she's calling security, that means she was scared of you. You was about to whip her ass?
It would have went down if she had hit me with that bucket.
Hey, okay, wait a minute now. See, y'all don't be paying attention. She grabbed the ice bucket and she called security. It sounds like she was scared. Miss Tuck, you done scared that woman.
Not me.
Right, but you made her pick up the weapon.
Yeah. I
You
told her to
did.
get the
You
fuck
made
out.
her pick up a
I told her
weapon.
to get the fuck out.
Yeah, you.
I double dare
Oh,
you.
I get
I
it now,
double
Miss
dare you to
Touch.
hit me with that bucket. I double dare you.
Ooh, you scared her because she called the popos and she grabbed the weapon. So when Miss Touch said that she could handle herself, y'all, and she would whoop somebody's ass. I don't know. I think T Money believed that because T Money grabbed a weapon and she called the police.
Sunset, how can I get violent in her face when she the one got the Queen? You need to mute some of these ignorant ass folk. Their comment don't make sense.
I know, girl. Okay. Okay, so what was all the hollering? Because you can say you was hollering and in the hallway. Where did that come from?
Yeah, I hollered, and I made it. I walked on the other side.
So when they say hollering, like hollering, was you really hollering and stuff? Like, was you walking through the hallway? Like, what was you saying?
I was in my room. That's what you need to
Oh, so
do.
you was like,
Leave me the
that
fuck
bitch need to
alone.
get the fuck up out of here. Like, you was yelling like that.
No, I wasn't yelling. I wasn't yelling at all, but I was loud. But I wasn't yelling.
Okay. Well, other people
I was
coming out that room
loud.
like,
I
what's
was
going
loud.
on?
I'm not gonna say I wasn't loud. I was loud, but I wasn't yelling.
So was
Pop
people
tart.
coming out their room trying to figure out what's going on?
No, nobody came out. I don't think nobody was in their room. Everybody was all over casino places like that.
This is for real.
Right.
Okay, so shit, y'all. Ooh.
That is a lie. I was not warned by security guard multiple times. That is a lie. Duh.
So let me ask you this: why do you think so many lies are told on you? Let's talk about that.
I don't know and I don't care. But Queen, I'm ready to end this interview
Okay, bye.
because some of the questions you are asking me is relentless. It's over and over and again. And
No, it's
you
not, Miss
already know.
Touchdown. What
You
you're not
already
going to
listen.
no,
I'm not
no,
playing in your
no,
face. I'm
no,
telling you to
no.
your face. I'm not playing in your face. I'm telling you to your face. What I'm saying is
What you saying is goodbye. That's what you saying. Now, I ain't got time. Thank you for your interview. I appreciate your time. But girl, that bipolar shit ain't working over here. Bye.